There is nothing less egalitarian than treating people who are different in exactly the same way. In a professional environment, we often mistake uniformity for fairness. This leads newly promoted managers into a predictable trap: the belief that they must provide the same answers and exert the same control over every person to be effective. This is the mindset of a traditional manager. A manager administers existing systems. They focus intensely on short-term results, and they spend their days dictating exactly how and when tasks should be completed. A true leader operates differently. Instead of looking at immediate tasks, they look at the long-term horizon. They center their attention entirely on people, and instead of giving instructions, they ask what and why. Making the leap from a manager to a leader requires a complete shift in approach. You have to stop dictating daily tasks and start focusing on inspiring trust within your team. Rigid administrative control creates a ceiling on performance. It forces every individual to shrink their capabilities to fit the shape of your specific systems. An employee's true capabilities rarely show themselves on a normal Tuesday. In fact, talent remains entirely hidden until a specific challenge forces it to surface. When a manager constantly jumps in to give orders and solve every problem, they accidentally eliminate the exact friction their team needs to grow. To fix this, you have to adopt a new role. You must step back from being the person who performs the work and become the person who supports it. In the corporate world, this role is the coach. A corporate coach isn't necessarily the person who is best at doing the job. They are an expert in supporting development, someone who guides employees to find their own solutions rather than just handing over the answers. Developing a high-performing team is not a matter of giving better orders. It requires mastering a specific architectural framework for having developmental conversations. This conversational blueprint is known as the GROW model. It's the foundational framework successful coaches use to intervene, guide their employees, and structure their coaching sessions. This diagram outlines the 4 stages of the process. We start in the top left quadrant with G for goal. Here, you ask the employee what they truly want to achieve, defining a specific, desired future state together. You have to define this future state first. It ensures both you and the employee are aiming for the exact same outcome before any actual problem-solving begins. The matrix then moves to the top right quadrant, R for reality. In this phase, you investigate what is happening right now, uncovering the current facts and obstacles blocking the employee's path. This phase requires strict discipline. You must listen without judgment. Your job is to discover the cause of the problem and understand how the employee feels about it without ever interjecting your own opinions. By completing these first 2 steps accurately, you map the exact distance between the employee's current roadblock and their ultimate objective. Next, the focus shifts down to the 3rd stage, O for options. This is where you lead a collaborative brainstorming session to explore potential solutions. There is an unbreakable rule for this stage. You must ask for the employee's suggestions first. You carefully consider and develop their ideas before offering any of your own. Finally, we complete the circle with W for will, or action plan. Here, you help the employee choose one specific option from the brainstorm and commit to executing it. Before they leave the room, you have to explore any potential fears or hidden resistances they might have regarding this new plan. Addressing these doubts directly prevents them from stalling out later. But we need a reality check. Even with a perfectly executed GROW plan, employees will inevitably make mistakes out in the field that require your direct managerial course correction. The GROW model successfully transfers ownership of the solution to the employee. However, you need a secondary conversational tool to handle those inevitable setbacks without destroying the confidence they just built. Delivering negative feedback presents a massive psychological challenge. As a manager, you must correct flawed behavior without triggering the employee's natural defensiveness. This graphic illustrates the solution, the sandwich feedback technique. It's a strategic method for structuring your critique so that you maintain the employee's motivation and trust. Looking at the top and bottom layers of this structure, the conversation is bookended by support. You start by recognizing a recent success, and you end the meeting by expressing genuine confidence in their ability to improve. That supportive framing isolates the middle layer. This is where you deliver the constructive critique. It must be strictly based on objective facts and observable actions, rather than judging the employee's personality or intent. By layering the conversation this way, you bypass the employee's defensive instincts. They can absorb the correction purely as a targeted tool for their own professional development. Mastering the grow model and sandwich feedback has a measurable impact on your organization. Over time, you see a direct increase in team productivity, higher self-esteem, and greater overall job satisfaction. Ultimately, a true leader's value isn't measured by how many tasks they complete. It's measured by their ability to positively influence their team's behavior, regardless of the context or the challenges they face. The challenge now is to put this into practice. Starting today, replace your instinct to give orders with these structural frameworks. Leadership isn't about being the smartest person in the room with all the answers. It is about having the conversational architecture that allows the brilliant talent already sitting in front of you to finally reach its full height.